This is you and in fire, and we shall all burn together. Watch the flames climb high into the night, calling our Father, oh, stand by. This is you and in fire, and we shall all burn together. Watch the flames climb high into the night, calling our Father, oh, stand by, and we will watch the flames burn all along the mountainside.
This is a Channel 6 News Extreme Weather Bulletin with Vance McLeod.
All this week, we've been checking in with local businesses to see how they've been preparing for tomorrow's upcoming storm. As you can see, it'll be quite a doozy. We have several different systems meeting right overhead of us, and can't tell whether the weather will be snowy, rainy, or clear. Today, I'm here with Susan Nimbus, the executive director of a local nonprofit. Susan, can you tell me how your organization has been preparing for a possible storm?
Thanks, Vance. Since we're not sure what the road conditions will be tomorrow morning, everyone will just work from home.
But aren't all your computers at the office?
Most of the software we use is in the cloud, which means our staff only need an internet connection to use the files that they need. For example, our donor database is in the cloud, so our fundraising director can log in from any computer, wherever she is, and access our donor records, run reports, everything she'd normally do when at the office.
Ah, yes, the cloud. You mean that puffy white stuff, right?
No, Vance. You know how normally software is installed on your computer or a server? Cloud software is installed on someone else's server, and you pay to access it online. You're probably using the cloud already. Don't you have a Facebook page or a Gmail account? It's worked out especially well for us because our old server was pretty unreliable. And since we're a small organization without an IT director, we couldn't really keep it running and up to date. With our cloud software, the vendor performs all the updates and maintenance themselves. And instead of paying for everything up front, we just pay a small amount each month. It's kind of like renting instead of owning.
But the storm, it could damage your office, and all your files will be gone.
There are files and documents on the computers at the office, and we could lose those if something happened. But that's why we use a cloud storage service to back up all those files, as I mentioned before. Even if something happens to our computers, we can still access the files online, and we can download them to a new computer when we're ready. Of course, if we don't have internet access, we can't get to our files.
But what if something happens to those servers in the cloud?
Actually, Vance, the vendor has servers in multiple locations all across the country, and each one has a copy of our files. Since we can access our files online, we can work from home or while traveling, all without having to email them to ourselves.
Anywhere? No, Susan, this must be some type of hocus pocus.
It's not magic, Vance. It's really simple. Look, I'm even looking over our finances on my smartphone as we speak.
That's amazing! We are truly seeing into the future. But your data, is it safe on the internet? There are hackers.
We feel that our data is just as safe in the cloud as it was in our office coat closet. The cloud isn't for everyone, but it's worked out great for us. It's certainly safer than storing files in, say, the trunk of a car, but no one would do that.
Oh, yes, no, of course. Oh, and it looks like we are out of time. Thanks again to Susan for talking to us about her cloud. I'm Vance McLeod, and I'll see you under the weather.
This has been a Channel 6 News Extreme Weather Bulletin.